All right, so super excited to have you here, Jeff, all the way from the underground donut tours. So tell us, I feel like it's a rhetorical question because we're both from Canada and Canadians consume more donuts per capita than anywhere in the world. But why did you choose donuts as a theme for your tour company?
I just love donuts. I've had a passion for donuts forever. My mom used to bake cakes in her house and used to take us to bakeries all the time. And so it's part of my family, part of my upbringing.
Fair enough.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Donuts. Do donuts exist everywhere in the world?
Yes. There is some sort of fried dough. I mean, as long as you qualify a donut as fried dough, then if you talk about the shape, maybe that's different. But every culture for thousands of years has been frying dough. So it just manifests itself somehow. It's an easy way to cook the dough, and then it just depends on the level of sweetness that goes with it. That will vary by culture.
Yeah.
And so let us know a little bit, like what's in the dough of underground donut tours? Like, what's the story? How long have you been?
What's the recipe?
What's the recipe?
You want the whole story? Is that what you're asking?
The whole story.
Okay.
Don't leave out the good part.
Yeah. So we've been around for 10 years now. We started in 2015, and we've just been expanding pretty much ever since. I think a lot of the growth came post-COVID with people traveling again and everything like that. And now we're up to 26 cities, and we have 33 different routes. And this year alone, we've launched Key West, Detroit, Savannah, and Charleston. We have, as we were talking about, we have many other cities in Canada on the docket as well. And yeah, it's been awesome. It's been a great ride.
And is U.S. your biggest growth market right now?
Yeah. Right now, just given like travel in general, given inbound is not as big as it was, our focus this year has really been on U.S. and Canada markets specifically. In the last couple of years, we've expanded to the UK and Ireland.
We did your London tour.
We did the London tour. That's right.
Yep. And it was great, right?
Yeah.
And delicious. And so I'm focusing more on this side of the world right now, and then I have big plans eventually. So.
Do you have any tours in APAC?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
We were just talking about Australia and New Zealand. There are many other markets that I'd love to expand into. We're not there yet.
Yeah.
The joke internally is that the sun will hopefully never set on the underground donut tour at some point.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Because when we were talking about do donuts exist everywhere in the world, I immediately went to the South Asian Indian dessert that is essentially a donut in honey.
Right.
Like it's super, super sweet, but technically it's a donut. So 100%. I presume that if you were to launch into, like when you launch into a new city or a new destination, new country per se, presumably you're looking for local versions of donuts. You're not looking for like the classic round pink sprinkly donut necessarily.
If possible, we do, but the thing is we always try and tailor the tour to local markets. So it's still in the US, but even like New Orleans, right? So New Orleans is famous for beignets.
Yes.
And so going in there, we were like, yeah, we could probably put together a tour that's all round donuts and stuff like that, but we didn't because it's like people go to New Orleans for beignets. And so like we're gonna tailor it to, and the official donut of Louisiana is a beignet.
Yeah.
And so like we had to do that. And that's one of our most popular tours now. And so yes, based on the market, we try and incorporate like local flair, local flavors, that kind of stuff. The one thing you mentioned about like APAC, donuts are huge in Japan. And so that's a market that we would love to get into. China's another one. For us, for better or worse, one of our biggest segments and target consumers is actually Americans traveling abroad. And so they've sort of come to expect, hey, there's probably gonna be a round donut on this tour at some point, but then they also like to have the local flavors as well to like try new things and expand their horizons. Yeah.
Are all of your locations, are they corporately owned? So they all part of the same,
yes.
Are they franchised?
They are not franchised, no.
They're all corporately
Everything's
owned.
all corporate, yeah. And
so everyone is essentially an employee of
the donut tour.
Of Underground Donut Tour?
Yeah.
And then so as you've grown
yes.
as a company,
yes.
Are there any things you've learned along the way, maybe learned the hard way, that you would be willing to share with other operators who are also doing some kind of multi-region or multi-city expansion?
Yeah. I was having a discussion earlier about this in terms of the importance of hiring, just having bringing on the right team and the right partners. Luckily, we have done a fantastic job of hiring the right people in many cities, but we also hired some wrong people initially they interviewed really well or whatever it is, and just
You found out they hate donuts?
no, luckily no, we've
Closeted
never.
donut haters?
Well, to be fair, we actually do have a couple people that are on our team, but they don't share that with other people. So,
Yeah.
But even we can get over that. So, but no, just the importance of finding the right culture fit, the right people that have like a shared vision and buy into what you're trying to do. That's super important from an expansion standpoint. And then also just like figuring out, like we were talking about flavors and stuff like that. I mean, so here's, you both are going to get a kick out of this, being from Canada. So when we launched our Vancouver tour, right, I was approaching it very much from, I'm the American, right? So I think we should have a Tim Hortons on the tour. And
No.
yeah, see, that's it right there. And that was it. And so our Vancouver team was very much like, I mean, are you sure about this? Like, really? You think so? And I was like, well, I mean, again, I'm approaching it from a tourist standpoint.
Right.
American
Yeah,
tourist.
fair enough, fair enough.
This is a novelty for me,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
But if you live in Canada, you're like,
Yeah.
I do that all the time. Like,
Yeah.
why would I go there? And so we started, I think for the first one that we ran, actually had a Tim Hortons on it, and I could tell our team was just like, they were like, this is a bad idea, we shouldn't do this. And they actually had some of their friends come on the tour, and that was their feedback as well. They were like, I mean, it's okay that you go to one Tim's, but like,
It is a cultural institution.
I know, but and you can see that.
And if you're not familiar with it,
Yeah.
right? I mean, if it's not a common brand,
Yeah.
And actually, it's interesting you bring that up because I was talking to some data scientists from MasterCard, and I asked them the question, give me some interesting stats that I wouldn't know about. And one of the things that they talked about was that, and this was for New York specifically, ties into this, is that Italian visitors from Italy, when they go to New York, their favorite thing to do, what they spend money on, is fast food.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because they can't get that in Italy. And so they come to New York and they want to eat burgers, like fast food, junk food.
Our food's
right?
too good.
Junk
we want to
food.
eat your fast
So,
food.
but it really is about, so it is
Novelty.
about novelty
Yeah.
and bringing in the perspective of your potential client, right? So for us, like going to a Tim Hortons and grabbing a double and Timbits is normal, but
Yeah.
for somebody that's never experienced a Tim Hortons,
Right.
that's a novelty. So
Right.
it kind of makes sense.
So back to your learning.
Yeah.
What did you take from that with your strategy?
So I struggled a little bit with like, should I push my perspective or take the
Right.
local perspective? And ultimately we took the local perspective because we want this to be geared towards both tourists and locals.
Mm-hmm.
And so you could see any local that we would say, hey, they would be like, really? Come on. And so we eventually took it out, and now
Yeah.
we have another local shop that's in there, and it works. So
I mean, just to be clear, I love my road trip Timbits. I don't want to get like,
Yeah.
slaughtered online or
1,000%.
anything. But
Yeah, me too. Me too.
yeah. So how do you sell the tours? Is it mostly direct? Do you work a lot with OTAs? What's your distribution mix look like?
It's everything.
It's everything?
We try everything. Yeah, I mean, you can book through our website. The one story that I'll tell about OTA specifically is prior to launching the donut tour, the taxonomy for Viator, there was no
donut tour.
taxonomy. There was no donut
There was no
taxonomy.
donut taxonomy.
Correct. And so probably after our like fourth or fifth tour, I think somebody behind the scenes got wind of this and was like, I think this is a thing now. And so then I remember I went to go set up the fifth or sixth tour or whatever it was. And all of a sudden there was then a category of donut. And I was like, we did it. We did it. We finally arrived. And so then, yes.
And the big question is, are you number one in the donut
Are there
category?
copycat donut tours?
There are in some cities, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
wow.
but I am familiar and we know of all of them, and I don't want to say they're partners necessarily, but like there's a mutual respect. So yeah.
There's room for growth in the donut sector.
There is always room for growth when it comes to donuts. So yes.
A big hot topic here has been AI, obviously.
Yeah.
Are you guys using AI? Do you put it in the donuts or?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know that this is like a sea change at this point, and it's affecting all of us and impacting all of us. But I mean, there's been OTA updates, there's been Google algorithm updates, there's been AI updates. Like, I don't look at this, I mean, yes, it's a big change right now, but like, we're all gonna get through it. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm just sitting on the sidelines of like, when is Google gonna put ads in there? That's what I just want.
Yeah.
That's all I'm waiting for. Just like,
Yeah.
because right now for me, a lot of it is like black box stuff of like, well, you try this and you try that and you hope for the best. I'm like, we are currently trying stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like, I'm just waiting for the ads. Just show me when the ads are going to be there and I can have guaranteed returns. That's what I'm waiting for. So Yeah.
Well, before you go, I have to ask you about Arrival. You've been to a few Arrivals.
I have, yes.
And so what keeps bringing you back?
The biggest thing for me is the connections. Just seeing you all, seeing everybody else, making new connections, meeting new people. I met a ton of new people so far this Arrival. And then the sessions and the content, and it's great. It's great.
Okay, well, thank you for being here.
Sure, thank you both.